All right, look. So I got a confession.
Can I put the remote down?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a confession. I want to just start with a confession. All right. One of my favorite things to do, and look, I'm sure if there's any fellas out there, y'all can agree with me. One of my favorite things to do is to randomly tackle my wife. Okay?
What?
Like, I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
He almost did that. He almost did that.
She could be walking by the bed. Huh?
I got mad. I got mad.
She could be walking by the bed and look, it's just one of those things. You got to stay on your toes because I'm driving. Boom, elbow.
Okay. And it's not like
shoulder.
That, okay. That doesn't sound very good. That doesn't sound very good.
All right. So
like it sounds like you're like full force running into me.
It's not like that. It's not. No, it's flirty.
I think you need to clarify.
It's playful.
I think you need to clarify.
I would hope that you guys would know that it was playful. Yeah, just like a playful tackle. That's it. Just take her out.
And he almost tried. He tried to, and I just gave him a look. Because it's about that time. Okay. Y'all notice the pimple in the same scarf?
The big old oat flake. Are you stealing my oatmeal?
No. This is like, I think this is like Waker. It's probably expired.
Yeah, see? And that's why it's not effective. You might want to use some of my oat brand.
Yeah, maybe that'll work better.
Maybe it should.
But it's like so weird because like last time I had the scarf on, I had this. Same thing.
It's like an instant replay. It's all good though. We're gonna have some fun. And look, you might get tackled. Okay, just get What up, y'all?
What up, y'all? Good evening.
Good evening.
That's it. That's all I got tonight, y'all.
That's the shake and bake. Shake and bake. Look, July's coming to a close, and I think we've said that a couple times in the video, but it's a little significant, right? So, in a previous video,
it's a little significant.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna say why.
Ouch.
July's a little significant, all right? Because in a previous video, we talked about all the different holidays that are associated with the month of June, and we were supposed to say, you know what? When we did that video, we said when July hits, we're gonna try to find a way to celebrate some of these days.
We like forgot.
Blur. All right? Blur.
July went way too fast.
Mommy, daddy brain, stuff went crazy. Good news is tomorrow's August 1st. It's a new month, new opportunity. What you know about
August.
What you know about
August. That
That's
means
right.
the boys about to go back to school.
Oh, the National Back to School Month? It ain't there, but I gotta get that petitioned because I'm all about back to school.
Oh, you know what? Wait, why am I acting happy? Like, I remember back in the day, like, we used to go back to school in September.
Yeah, look, they need to
go. That's not
go.
right that they go back in August.
I'm anti summer vacation. I feel like school needs to be.
How can you be anti? They need a break every now and then.
No. So listen, I think our kids should be conditioned the same way as our adults. I don't get no summer vacation. I got work all the time.
Okay.
I might get a week off here, week off there. I get some PTO.
But then again, I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
You end up working on your PTO.
I don't disappear.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta put in work. I gotta put in work. That's it.
So you don't want them to have summer vacation?
I don't. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. Because they gotta go back and they spend the first quarter, or the first, what do they call it?
First
market period.
Yeah.
Alright. First market period, learning everything they just learned in the fourth market period for the previous year.
Because they forgot. They needed like a brain refresh.
I can't.
What?
It's just silly.
They need a break.
It's silly.
It's just too hot in the summertime.
That's the real reason for summer is because school don't be having no air conditioning.
You think that's the real reason?
That is the real reason.
How you know?
Because back in the day, schools ain't had no air conditioning.
Okay, but it's different now.
Now it's different, but listen, some schools in the cities, they don't be having air conditioning. I'm dead serious.
Okay. Well,
see, listen,
maybe that's the reason. I don't know.
Look, so see, you live in a high life.
Okay. What?
You don't realize. You don't realize.
First of all, I'm living the same life you live in.
I'm aware. I'm aware, but look.
You live in a high life? Are you?
I'm gonna be honest. I done came up. Okay. Look, I done came up. That's the thing. I've been exposed to some things that you ain't had to go through, and that's the reason why I work on my PTO because I gotta be a provider. So look, I make sure you got some AC, girl. That's right.
First,
I know you don't want no unit in the window.
We used to have one back in the day. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? We definitely had like one room in our whole like house was air conditioned.
You don't know
Thank you.
You don't know nothing about the school not having AC though, Chris. That's the real reason for summer vacation.
No, I don't. But maybe they did. I just didn't know. I wasn't paying attention to that when I was like 5th grade, 3rd grade, 2nd grade. I wasn't thinking about that.
I'm not saying I was thinking about that. I'm just saying
you don't know.
I know.
Okay.
That's what. Will you let her know?
I'm pretty sure your school, your elementary school, is probably like nicer than mine.
Okay.
So what are you talking about?
All right. Here's the thing. Cita.
What was my elementary school called?
So Cita just continues to think. So she knew me. She met me. She knew me for a couple years, but when we got together, when she really started to get to know me, okay, listen, I done ran into Jesus. Okay, so she's thinking about thinking about saved tea, redeemed tea. Yeah, that's what you know, girl. What you ain't know, there was a life before that. Okay, listen.
But we're talking about elementary school. You're trying to make it sound like your elementary school was like real rough. I do not think it was like that.
Okay, what makes you think it wasn't?
I just don't think so.
Okay, so why you think it wasn't?
Because I remember you saying that your aunts used to take you to a school all the way, like far away from where you lived.
Wrong.
Because it was a better school.
Wrong. She don't be listening. She don't be listening to my stories. She don't listen to my stories.
That's not true.
All right.
That's
first of all, you got your facts wrong.
No.
Okay.
Something like that.
You don't. We're not even gonna get to the holidays in August because now the video done changed. Okay. Look.
We have to do that.
Okay.
We have to do that.
That's a tomorrow video.
No, it's not.
Look,
we're gonna get there.
I'm gonna keep it real. All right. Look.
Okay.
First of all, I've been on the bus. All right.
Yes.
Took the bus to school when I was a kid. Where were you at?
Where was I at?
Yeah.
Okay, I had the option. My mom gave us the option to take the bus or drive. Because, first of all, the school was right down the street.
And you chose what?
She chose to let us take the car.
Now y'all heard this.
And sometimes we chose.
Y'all heard this.
She always asked us, and we were like, "Oh no."
She said, "My mom gave me the option." All right.
Okay.
And then she said, "We're gonna be in the car." I was on the bus. Had to deal with it. Forrest Gump style. Seats taken.
No, you must not.
Seats taken. Seats taken. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. Where were you at? You in the back of the Mercedes sipping on some organic apple juice.
Please, I think we had like a Chevy Lumina. Okay, do they even make those anymore? An Oldsmobile?
Yeah.
Okay, it was not like
you in the back eating a family-sized portion of goldfish.
No.
Chilling.
No, but I did used to wake up and watch Sailor Moon in the mornings.
Okay, for elementary school?
Yeah. Sailor Moon?
I know Sailor Moon, but I didn't think Sailor Moon was the... Yeah, see, look.
Sailor Moon and Full House.
Nope.
In the mornings at 7 a.m.?
Nope. That wasn't it for me. That wasn't it for me. I had to get my own cream of wheat. Had to go pick my own wheat and cream it.
No, you did not.
I did. Absolutely.
You did.
Nah, I had some Quaker oatmeal. You think you know, try to put my business out there like I didn't have it rough. Let me tell you.
Okay.
I've been places.
I do not think he had it rough. Aunt Terry. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Listen.
Okay. You hear this? You hear this?
Look, first of all, since you brought Aunt Terry up, let me just tell you.
It is hot.
So I did go to Aunt Terry's house from 4th to 6th grade. People took me over there.
What happened?
But then I took a bus.
Was it real rough? I don't think it was rough.
First of all, listen.
I don't think it was rough.
If you're talking about at her house that I didn't spend a ton of time at. You're talking about at school day? I didn't spend a lot of time there. I was at school. So look, you want to bring up Aunt Terry's house? Let me tell you.
Aunt Terry's house was very nice.
There were some rooms.
Very nice.
I just got into a place where I could go into a specific room. Now her living room, you couldn't even go into.
She had one room that she didn't want anybody to go into.
She just invited me over to the house and let me go in the room for the first time. I'm almost 33.
Yes.
And I was allowed in this one room for the first time. Now listen, very nice house. I love Aunt Terry's house. Probably my favorite house. I love the house. Alright? But I ain't spent my school day there. I got on a bus and I went to the hood.
You went to the hood?
You better believe I went to the hood. Absolutely.
Okay.
Hood.
Okay. Okay.
You don't think I did? You don't
Whatever. Whatever.
Are you doubting me, Chris?
Yeah.
Alright.
Kind of.
Cool. I'm gonna take you to one of my elementary schools. That's it. I bet you're gonna be like...
I'll take you to my elementary school too.
Okay, let's go. Where'd you go?
Let's go.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I used to go to Walnut Street Elementary School.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
The Hood Factory. It was called Hood Factory. Hood Factory Elementary. That's it. That's it. That's it. Hood Factory Elementary. They didn't have nobody's name on there.
Yes, they did.
You know how these schools be having like people's names on there? It'd be like Howard J. Taft Academy. Not me. Hood Factory Elementary.
No, it did.
That was it.
No, it did.
That was it.
No.
We had Rappernomics.
No, it did not.
Yeah, they did. There was a class that they taught Rappernomics.
No, they did not.
They taught us how to rap. That's
okay, well, you still can't rap?
I didn't say it was in school. That's my point. That's my point.
You can try sometimes.
That's my point.
Okay.
That's it. It was rough, Chris. You be thinking now, listen.
What? What is going on?
Because you went to Walnut Academy.
Walnut Academy? It was not an academy.
Alright, Chris, let me ask you this. How many rooms did the school have?
How many rooms?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, see, you don't even know. Ask me how many rooms my school had.
I'm opting out of asking you.
Okay, well, listen, you ain't gotta ask. I'm gonna tell y'all. 3, okay? 3 rooms. You know how I know?
I was gonna say 3.
Because I was in every room. That's it. 3 rooms, 3 grades, 4th, 5th, 6th, 3 rooms. That's it. That's it. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, hard knock. Hard knock. That's it. So look, let me tell you how hood school was, Chris.
Why you so upset?
I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Why are you so upset? All I said was that I didn't think that your school was as bad as you say it was.
I'm gonna tell you right now. First of all, I never met streets like these.
What?
The streets around
the
school. Let me tell you the names of these streets. A Street, B Street, C Street. Literally, it went A through F all around the school.
Where?
That's it.
All around the school.
Yeah, they try to teach you ABCs on the way to school.
No, they Chris.
That's the problem. A Street, B Street, C Street.
Where was that?
What do you mean?
Where was your school? What was it called?
I told you.
No, that was not it. That was not the real name.
No, it wasn't. I'm not gonna put them on blast. That's what we called it. Hood Factory Elementary. Listen,
y'all just mean.
My school was so rough. Let me tell you. My school was so rough. In a lot of school, everybody try to get credits. You gotta get credits to move on to next grade. My man Sean.
School?
Yeah, absolutely. Look,
what?
My man Sean got held back. You know why Sean got held back? He didn't have enough street credits.
What?
All right, that's the problem. Sean didn't have enough street credit to go to the 6th grade.
No,
we had to leave Sean back in 5th grade.
Who is Sean? Who is Sean?
My man Sean.
Okay. I've never met Sean.
Sean Peterson. My man Sean Peterson got left back in the 5th grade. He was short on street credit. They wouldn't let him go.
Hopefully he's okay now.
They wouldn't let him go.
Now that I think about it, I don't think my school had grass. Like, we just had like a playground.
Yeah, cement.
Why do you look like that? I'm trying to think of like recess, because like that was one of my favorite times. Like,
what'd you play at recess?
What'd I play? Oh, yeah. I think I was whack. I don't think I played anything. You know what? No, okay. I don't think I played too much of anything because I couldn't see. I didn't know I needed glasses. I could not see. I had no idea I needed glasses. So you running around cement playground blind. Y'all, it was rough.
And you wonder why your knees busted. Either way.
Terrible.
Grass, no grass, I'm going to tell you how rough my school was. No. No, actually, we did have grass. And we did have mulchy areas. We had grass and mulchy areas. Did we? But we didn't have a lot of equipment. So we had to play survive. Alright, that was it.
That was it.
If you can make it through recess,
your old school.
If you can make it through recess.
If you can make it through.
Absolutely. There were a couple kids that ain't make it back.
What? What happened?
Listen, I got left. I feel like somebody they done jumped the gate and made a left on B Street.
What?
We ain't seen them since.
You want to take me to the school, cuz.
I mean, I'll be honest, the way I'm describing it, why would you want to go there?
I just want to see. Because I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Well, look.
I don't believe you.
So
At least not entirely.
So this is the other part. Just like anything else. Challenge is when you bring outsiders in, try to clean the place up. Alright? So there might be a couple flowers out in front. They might have like...
Okay, you are like 32 years old. Like,
I'm just saying.
They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, remember him? They're not going to know.
You saying I'm not known? You trying to say I'm not known?
Look,
you trying to say I'm not known?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Alright, well look.
I am.
I step on, they're going to say, oh, there go T-Bone.
No, T-Bone!
Thanks for taking the time to wind down with us tonight. We hope you had fun. Let's go again tomorrow. Good night!